For the GPRS application, first we need to configure our router if we are using for the local network. Go to the router setup. Under applications and gaming, go to DMZ. Enable DMZ hosting and you assign the DMZ host IP address as the IP address of your PC. For example, I check the IP address of my PC. ipconfig. My local area network IP address is 192.168.1.109. So I assign my DMZ host IP address as my network IP address, my PC local network IP address. So this DMZ is like demilitarized zone where all the ports are open to accept the data. So where my PC local area network, my PC, all the ports are open to receive the data from the GPRS modem. This is the only setup at the router. Go to the status. This is the public IP address of the router 20.220.255.232.174. This is the public IP address of the router. We need to specify this IP address to the GPRS modem. We go to the GPRS. This is the GPRS web software. The IP address of the GPRS modem is 192.168.167. We can get this IP address by IP search tool. Go to the software, SMF software. This is the IP search tool. Just refresh this. You can get the IP addresses of the SMF units connected to the network. One page setup. We need to provide the access point name, username and password for the 3G SIM card we are using for the project. So currently I have specified the details. M2M setup is the machine to machine setup, meaning we need to set up GPRS modem to our PC. So we select the connection mode as TCP. Remote port number, the port number is fixed 2000. Remote server IP address, this is our server IP address. We get this IP address at the router status. So specify this IP address to the GPRS modem. The heartbeat time is 600 seconds. So once this setup is done, we need to apply for the settings to be changed. So apply. The system will reboot automatically once you do any changes to the software. To monitor whether the GPRS modem is connected or not, just go to the system status and see the status. Keep refreshing. We can see the status. Machine to machine state is still connecting the server. Meanwhile, we see the web software for the SMF terminal. SMF 670 or 631. Any of the unit can be used for the GPRS application. So under this SMF 631 or 670, there is a special firmware for the GPRS application. So under this firmware, we need to do a setting for the communication. Go to terminal, communication setting. We need to select the connection mode as protocol 2 active mode and the software IP port, because the SMF fingerprint terminal is throwing the transaction logs to the GPRS modem. So we need to specify the IP of the GPRS modem. 192.168.167. This is the IP address of the GPRS modem and the port is 2000. Then save. This is the only web setting for the fingerprint terminal. For the GPRS terminal, the web software setting is only the access point name and username and password for the SIM card, and the machine to machine setup for the GPRS modem to the remote server. We need to specify the remote server IP address, remote server port number and the heartbeat time. To check the status, we will go for the machine to machine setup. GPRS status, it is connected now. 117.020.171.254 is the public IP address of the GPRS modem. So now we will see the SMF software. This is the SMF software to monitor the transaction logs terminal coming from the GPRS modem. So at the terminal you can see this one automatically detects the GPRS modem. We can see the terminal is automatically detected. This is the terminal page. Let's go for the log page. Under the log page there is option auto refresh. So once you auto refresh every 5 seconds, any transaction you make is directly updated on this page. So I make some transactions. The transactions will be automatically updated on the log page because we have given the option auto refresh, so it refreshes by itself and update the logs. So the log comes at 11:22 just now, the transactions. Simultaneously we can check our SQL database. Under tools there is SQL set, where we need to specify the server name. Server name is your computer name, database name will be BF, username and password. You can get these details at the SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio Express. Okay, this is the server name. Just copy under SQL, paste the server name. Database name is BF. You give the SQL server name, server username and password, and save. So it's done. Since the SQL server is installed at the local, you can select it as local PC. You can have the SQL authentication connect. Under database, okay, I'll show you how to attach the database. This is the Microsoft SQL Server. We need to go under Windows Authentication, connect, go to databases, attach, add database. Under program files there is SMF system. You attach bf.mdf file. Okay, attach as only bf, so delete this and just give bf. Okay, so the database bf is now attached. Under the bf database we can see the logs at history log table, door log table, open table. We can see all the logs stored inside the table. This is the logs for today, 11th March 2011. The recent log is at 11:22. User ID is 123. Verification success using finger. So this is the basic details we get for the transaction log. This is how the transaction log is directly updated at SQL Server. We can check the transaction logs again. Admin. Initially when this SMF software is installed, it will ask for a new password, so We have to assign a new password for that. We check again the logs coming in. It takes very less than few seconds for the logs to come in. Only the successful logs are updated because the firmware for the fingerprint terminal is designed to accept only the successful logs. The recent log or transaction was at 11:26, so it will update. Sorry, we need to select the auto refresh option. For the terminal to auto refresh and get the logs, we need to select the auto refresh. The recent log 11:26, 11:26, 11:27. We can simultaneously check the logs updated at the SQL database. So the recent log 11:27 is updated for the SQL server simultaneously. This is how the GPRS works for getting the transaction logs and updating the SQL database.